VoterMedia.org is a website that helps a community connect with its elected leaders by letting voters allocate community funds to competing blogs. It motivates the bloggers to become community media. In this video, students at the University of British Columbia talk about how VoterMedia has helped their student union, which is called the Alma Mater Society, or AMS.
It's been about 4 years with the project. I was involved on AMS Council when Mark first came to us kind of with this idea that he really wanted to get off the ground. At the time, we figured, hey, this is a great idea. You know, we'll give it a shot. It's not going to cost that much. It's not a big deal. If it fails, it fails. If it succeeds, it succeeds. And it far surpassed anyone's expectations.
I think one of the challenges that UBC has always been dealing with over the past few years is you've got a campus of 45,000 students. That's enough for a pretty big town, and everyone has different interests, everyone's from all kinds of places, and it's hard to bring that community together. And voter-funded media has helped start that. It's helped bring together students that were not interested necessarily in student politics before, and help them realize that a lot of the issues that affect UBC go beyond students who have a direct interest in politics and really affect all the students that are part of the community for the years that they're here. And voter-funded media has helped start that and helped generate a greater interest. And I think we're seeing that reflected through better voter turnout, through better attendance at voter-related events. That hasn't happened before in previous years, partly because of the support that voter-funded media is providing.
In terms of creating a conversation, though, on campus, I think that that's what BFMs really do well. It allows it that if you do care, or if you want to care about what's happening with your student government, with the provincial government, with the UBC administration, there are lots of people talking about it. There are a lot of views there, and it's easy to quickly find a lot of people from different perspectives who want to engage you and want to discuss the pros and cons of different situations. And you know, regardless of where you stand, that's good.
Having those eyes going towards a student voice that's well-informed has been instrumental, not only as a tool for student governments to get their message across, but also as a tool for the student body to get their message across to student governments.
VFM has been able to not only democratize the media sphere of campus life, but also has been able to engage more people in the process itself, because more people know what's going on, more people around the council table know what's going on, executives know better what they're doing and how their portfolios are being viewed by the campus population, and more members at large have gotten involved.
So it's not uncommon for VFM to partner with student governments. I know that during my year on student government, Neil Janssen of UBC Insiders was often around our offices, in particular working with the AMS president at the time, Michael Duncan, over UBC's athletics fees. Neil is someone who really cares about athleticism on campus, and in particular how expensive it was, and UBC had the most expensive rates in Canada compared to similar universities. So what Neil did is he started writing stories about it. He started doing some research. He gathered the numbers, right? And Mike Duncan, who was the president at the time, was talking to him about these numbers, trying to assist in the advocacy. And as a result, we had this kind of joint approach. You would have Mike Duncan in committee meetings speaking with university officials, presenting them with data and information that Neil investigated for the blog, for the VFM. Neil would then turn around, you know, and they would talk, and they would be like, well, we have this information, this is what these people have been saying, well, let's bring it to the public eye, let's post it onto the blog. So what you saw at the end of the day was UBC virtually eliminated all of its athletics fees, and that couldn't have been done without Neil through the VFM, and it couldn't have been done without Mike working within student government.
During my time as elections administrator, I received multiple emails from other universities asking about how they could get VFM started at their own establishments, which is a really positive thing, I think, because UBC is setting an example. Again, you know, voter apathy is something that, you know, it exists among all universities, I think, to some extent, at least in Canada, this is what I've heard. So finding a new accessible way, a really easy way to get students interested in the issues that go on at their own universities, I think is always a positive thing. And it increases engagement, it increases perhaps student pride in their own universities, or maybe not, but depending on the events. But I think it's up to UBC to really set an example and provide guidance to these other institutions. So if people are interested, they should really, contact us. So, for example, there's a movement at UVic, I know, to sort of get this started. And I've also heard things from University of Calgary, so that's just an example.